Fargo Davies leads 1-0 off a goal by Ali Matter. 24:44 to go in the first half of play. And that's all the scoring so far. And immediately, appreciate all your assistance. That one's going to be popped up, and can Ola get there? She does! She makes a jumping grab just as the ball was about to go over the fence. Irma Bohr, a perfect 4 for 4. And a slam dunk from Harney. Braden Keene is the guy in the backfield here. Mitchell's under center. And man in motion coming to the near side. And he'll look to the corner, and he's got Trey Brunell in the end zone for the touchdown. And it's 7-6. Skyhawks are on the board. 41-37, 4:25 to go here. The Kindred Vikings will work it down low, and now there's slam dunk and one. How about that? A slam dunk by Gavin Keller, and he got fouled on the two-handed throwdown. 5:07 and counting in the shotgun, looking to pass near side, going for Jamal Spy, and he got it! A 24-yard touchdown connection from Clemens to Spy. Brings up Kenzie McKinnon and puts your outfielders in left and left center, because that one's going to left field, and that's gone! That is a two-run shot for Kenzie McKinnon. And it's 3-0 Central Cass as the Squirrels will come out to home plate and wait for McKinnon to come across home. That one was gone the moment it hit the bat. Shot from the point, Bree Adams, lowering hard, and it's in! Off the stick of Sydney Kamstrup, and the Cougars are on the board. Dahl will drop back to pass again. This one's over the middle and intercepted by Gunnar Broughton at the 40, at the 30, at the 25-20, and he has a man to beat. Cuts inside, 10-5, touchdown, Gunnar Broughton on the pick six, and the Vikings now lead 35-0. All right, welcome. Breckenridge High School here in Breckenridge, Minnesota. Mike Mason with you here on the Minnesota Sports Station. Hope you're having a great evening so far. Senior night here tonight for the Cowgirls as they host the visiting Wadena-Deer Creek. Let's try that again. Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines, the seniors for the Breckenridge Cowgirls, were recognized just shortly before us going on air. It includes Caitlin Arnholt, Riley Lorenz, and Maddie Larson, and Kaylee Sorrell, and Michaela Snowball, your seniors for the Cowgirls who are recognized. Received flowers and a nice little speech from the coach there. It was very complimentary and positive, and always a great night to see seniors recognized regardless of the sport, regardless of the school. We certainly appreciate everything that the seniors do for their underclassmen teammates, the juniors, the sophomores, the freshmen, even the 8th graders and 7th graders that eventually probably sneak up into varsity level volleyball here. And you never know. It all could be part of what a senior said before they even got into high school. So once again, we thank those seniors, we thank the coaches, we thank the Breckenridge staff here, including athletic director and the tech guy who helped us make sure we could get on the air here. So we certainly appreciate that. Coming up, we'll take a look at the team profiles as well as some other games. Well, actually, we don't have the other games. We need to edit that. So, and then starting lineups and more when the pregame show continues here on the Minnesota Sports Station, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Download Game Time today.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Pre-game show continues here on the Minnesota Sports Station. Mike Mason with you here live from Breckenridge High School. Heads up, when we hooked up our equipment today, we found out that one of our devices was broken. So that means our camera operator does not have a monitor other than the little tiny one that comes off the camera. So she prefers the bigger ones, but she is comfortable. So FYI, if there might be a little bit of delayed or maybe just something you're not quite used to as far as the camera is concerned, that is the reason why. But I'm confident she'll do a great job nonetheless. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at these two teams. Once again, in the white, warming up right now on your screen, and the libero in blue is the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines. And we'll take a look at the visitors right now. They come into this matchup with an overall record of 10-4 on the season. They were 26-8 2 years ago, and then struggled to reach that 26 win mark the next year at 13-12. And right now they're doing pretty well, pretty solid at 10-4. They're 6-0 at home, and then 2-2 when playing on the road. 3-0 against section opponents and 4-0 against conference opponents. So this is a section opponent for the Wolverines. They started off the season with a 3-0 loss on the 27th to Pequot Lakes, and that 3-1 win over Perham. 3-1 loss to the Rebels of Dilworth, Glendon, Felton, and then the South Rapids Rice tournament where they would lose, win, lose. And then they come out of that tournament with 6 straight wins. Matter of fact, their last loss was in that Sauk Rapids Rice tournament. They come into this matchup today against Breckenridge on a 7-match winning streak. After today, they will have New York Mills on October 3rd. That would be Thursday. And then, let's see here, next Monday, I believe that is, Barnesville. Yes, that is Barnesville. And for the Wolverine fans, we will have that game live for you on the Minnesota Sports Station from Barnesville. We'll have that game, so circle October 7th on your calendar. And anybody who's not going to be able to make it to Barnesville to watch that game, you can sit at home and watch that game on your home TV or on your mobile device. If you have an Android device, you can download our Magnitude Sports Media mobile app. If you have an iPhone device, you're going to have to wait a little bit because our app isn't quite available yet on iPhone. They seem to take a little bit longer. But on the right side, you can watch it on the YouTube app on your iPhone, and then also on your laptop or desktop computer, you can watch it on YouTube directly or through our website at msportsmnet.com. And then any TV that has access to the YouTube app, you can pull this game up on your home TV as well. So once again, Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverine fans, October 7th, circle it. That matchup against Barnesville will be live at about 7:30 with pregame to start shortly before 7:30. And then they'll wrap up the regular season with Pillager, Sabika, and then that Moorhead tournament on October 18th. So once again, the Wolverines coming into this one, 10-4. They've won 31 sets. They've lost 12 sets. Now it's time to take a look at the home team on the scoreboard, and that'd be the Breckenridge Cowgirls as they come into this one. Overall, 11-7, 2-2 here at home, 3-3 on the road, 7-5 against section opponents, 1-2 against conference opponents. They've won 33 sets and they've lost 20 sets. Most of those lost sets have come rather recently, as they started out the season with mostly winning. I think they only had a couple losses in the first month or so. And then they would have that game against Barnesville on September 19th, and they haven't been able to pick up a victory yet, with the exception at Barnesville Invite, where they lost 2-0 to a very good Holly Nuggets team, and then defeated Fertile Beltrami and Crookston 2-0, and then they would suffer a not so unfrustrating loss, let's put it that way, to the Frazee Hornets 2-0 loss. In both of those sets, the Cowgirls had 7-point or larger leads in those sets, and they got a little bit too comfortable, and Frazee came back and stole the match away from them on both sets. So with that in mind, they'll have Wadena-Deer Creek tonight, and then Perham, Underwood, Frazee, Pelican Rapids, and then the Fergus Falls Volleyball Invite. We are still trying to see if we can get a spot in that Fergus Falls gym to broadcast. I haven't heard anything back yet. But we'll make phone calls soon if the emails aren't answered. So that much we can tell you for sure. Coming up, other games coming up here on our station in the near future. On Thursday, we're going to be at Fargo South High School as the Bruins will host the Moorhead Spuds in a girls swim and dive meet. And it says West Fargo there, but it's not. It's just regular Fargo, and that's a 5:30 start. And then we'll be on Southwest North Dakota on Friday for Bowman County and Shiloh Christian in Class A North Dakota high school football. Saturday, October 5th, we are working on something with volleyball. That's all I can say at this point in time, and that's why the only thing on our schedule for October 5th is volleyball. Everything else is to be announced, and if it is volleyball, it's girls. Those are the only three things we know for sure. The date, that it's a girl sport, and that the girl sport is volleyball. That's all we know at this point in time. So we'll get that updated as soon as possible. And then, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, Barnesville will host Wadena-Deer Creek on Monday, October 7th. That'll be live here on the Minnesota Sports Station. All the games you see on this schedule here are going to be live on the Minnesota Sports Station or on the ND Sports Channel, depending on what state we're in. So let's just say on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. And then, of course, we do the Region 1 volleyball there for North Dakota on mid-November is still pending at this point in time. But you can check out our schedule at msportsnet.com for a complete list of upcoming games. And our winter schedule will be redone here in the near future. We'll put it that way. Coming up, we'll wrap this thing up here. We're about 8.5 minutes away from the start of this thing here. So with that said, we'll take another timeout. When we come back, we'll get some final pregame thoughts in, take a look at your starting lineups and all that other good stuff. When we come back after this here on the Minnesota Sports Station on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel at Magnitude Sports Media Network Station.
Download Game Time today.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back here. We're not quite to the starting lineups yet, but we will be in about 4 or so minutes. We'll take one more timeout coming up here for what I presume will be the national anthem in the near future here. So once again, it is senior night here for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. The seniors are recognized just shortly before we went on air. The seniors this year for Breckenridge include, let's see here, Caitlin Arnholt, Riley Lorenz, as well as Maddie Larson, Kaylee Sorol, and Michaela Snowball. All those young ladies are seniors this year, and they'll be graduating and going off to college and other future adventures here after graduating from Breckenridge here in about, let's see here, about 7 months from now, in about mid-May. So still a little ways to go, and a lot of time for those young ladies to enjoy the senior year. I'm not sure if all of them play other sports. I would presume that 1, 2, or all of them do at some point, and they'll have a couple more senior nights this year as well. First broadcast from Breckenridge here as far as a video broadcast. We did game 1 between Breckenridge and Barnesville here in this gym as a radio broadcast about 2 years ago. Just shy of 2 years ago, October 17th. Today's October 1st, so we're just shy of 2 years of our 2-year anniversary here. That was a game that Barnesville won, or that Breckenridge won. And so we'll see if they can pick up a win here at home over the Wolverines. If they do, it'd be their first win on the Minnesota Sports Station, as they have struggled recently here. And they're looking to pick up a W here over a very good Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines team. Let's take a look at the team profiles one more time, starting with the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines. 10-4 overall, 2-2 when playing on the road, and that does not include neutral site games that would be considered on the road. That's just strictly road games for them. They've won 31 sets. They've only lost a total of 12 sets all season so far. And if you just joined us and you missed the earlier part of our pregame show, Wolverine fans want to circle October 7th on your calendar, as we'll have that game for you live here on the Minnesota Sports Station against the Barnesville Trojans. I want to say thanks to everybody at Barnesville for doing a for a fantastic job and letting us broadcast from their gym. We have absolutely no issues with the stream at Barnesville, so we'll be at Barnesville often. We're also looking for a few more schools that we have no issues with the stream, and so far so good tonight here from Breckenridge. So that could be, and more than likely will be, school number 2 that we'll put onto our list to focus coverage on here. As we have a small staff, so we can't cover every single school as much as we'd love to. So we have to focus it down to a few that we know we can broadcast successfully from. So once again, the Wolverines, 10-4, 31 sets won, 12 sets lost. For the Cowgirls, they are 11-7, 33 sets won, and 20 sets lost. So let's see here. They've won 2 more sets than the Wolverines and have lost 8 more sets than the Wolverines have. After tonight, you'll see the Cowgirls again on the Minnesota Sports Station on October 10th against Frazee, and then once again on October 15th against Pelican Rapids, both of those road games for the Cowgirls. And then on October 8th, we'll have a Minnesota volleyball match for you between another Wolverines team, the Clinton-Graceville Beardsley Wolverines, and the Henning Hornets. We've been up to Henning once. They're very kind to us up there, welcomed us, very friendly, and we plan to go back up there one more time. And I think we solved the issues we had last time, so I think we'll go live this time around up in Henning. We'll have to see, though, crossing our fingers. So go back to our live camera here. The band here at Breckenridge is absolutely awesome. Amazing. Love every song that they've played. I've recognized every song that they've played so far, and they you would not be able to tell that they're a high school band. Let's put it that way. So major props to the Breckenridge Pep Band there for doing a nice job here, kind of pumping up the crowd, pumping up the players for senior night here for Breckenridge. Once again, the scoreboard has individual numbers as well as team numbers on it, so that'll help us keep track of anything that we may miss. And once again, if you're just joining us, when we hooked up our equipment, we had a broken piece of equipment, which caused our monitor to go out. So our camera person, we had to decide if the camera person was going to have a monitor or if you were going to have video, and we decided that you should have video of the game. So if there's anything that you're not used to that happens with the camera, we apologize in advance, and we hope that everything goes well with that. I'm pretty confident that it will. Turn it over to our PA announcer now for the starting lineups.
We ask that everybody would please rise. Remove your...
We'll actually take a timeout for the national anthem, then we'll come back with your starting lineups next.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Download Game Time today.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular...
All right, we'll come back out of the break early here. And we'll start with the Wolverines non-starters.
Number 4, Harvey.
Once again, as soon as those people sit down, you'll be able to see them.
Number 9, Emily Lipinski. Number 13, Summer Pettit. Number 14, Lauren Gravel. Number 15, Haley Lukes. Number 17, Laura Krause. And now for your starter for the Wolverines. Number 1, Mackenzie Karsten. Number 2, Ashley Lipinski. Number 3, Madison Karsten. Number 7, Kennedy Gravel. Number 11, Haley Weidrich. Number 12, Caitlin Gardner. And your libero, number 6, Courtney Warren.
And now your starters for the Cowgirls coming up here in a few seconds.
And now, we want to meet the Cowgirl Volleyball buddies. First of all, Lauren Benson, Mara Oliphant, Lily Sweeney, and Isabella Fisher. And now, for your Cowgirls non-starters, number 1, Abby Johnson. Number 2, Parsi Materi. Number 3, Kaylin Nicholson. Number 11, Sophie Larson. Number 12, Anna Erickson. Number 13, Maddie Larson. Number 14, Tori Etnam. Number 15, Kaylee Sherroll. And now for your starters. Number 4, Caitlin Arnold. Number 5, Riley Lorenz. Number 6, Jude Held. Number 7, Caitlin Bainton. Number 9, Cameron Taylor. Number 18, McKaylee Snowball. And your libero, number 17, Riley Finkraw. The Cowgirls are coached by Margaret Wilson, assisted by Alicia Finkraw, Melissa Johnson, and Brianna Dower.
All right, there you go. So once again, we'll wait for the officials to be announced. Once again, your starters for Wadena-Deer Creek, the Wolverines, Mackenzie Kartson and Ashley Lipinski, Madison Kartson, the Libreros, Courtney Warren. Then you got Kennedy Gravel, Haley Weidrich, and Caitlin Gardner. The coach is Sue Volkman. She's assisted by Courtney Volkman, Heidi Van Dyke, and Nikki Dykoff. For the Breckenridge Cowgirls, it's Caitlin Arnholt, Riley Lorenz, Jude Held, Caitlin Bankin, Cameron Kaler, Michaela Snowball, and the libero is Riley Finkraw. The head coach is Margaret Wilson. Her assistants are Alicia Finkraw, Brianna Dower, and Missy Johnson.
They give $10 per kill or per block. Also, the Aces are sponsored by Amanda Frederick State Farm. They give $5 per ace. So let's get ready to play some volleyball.
And we'll go to our live camera here. And we need to reset that to 0, apparently. I'm not sure how that got up to 1, but there you go. So once again, Breckenridge on the left-hand side in the green with the libero Riley Finkraw in the white with green numbers, and the Wolverines on the right-hand side in white with the libero Courtney Warren in blue with yellow numbers and letters. As the officials get some final information from the scorers table, we are ready to go here And Breckenridge will have the first serve. Caitlin Arnholt will have the serve. The whistle blows, the timer starts, and we're underway here for volleyball in Breckenridge. And here's a set to the near side. That's Kennedy Gravel. And goes on the attempted kill there. And point Breckenridge. I don't think the point thing is working here. Oh, it was. I just hit the wrong button. There we go, 2-0 after that ace there. Blocked at the net and then pops up out of bounds. And somehow they got it back over. Nice job there by the Wolverines. Dug out nicely there by Warren. Sets it up near side for Gravel, sends it over. Now Snowball will set it. Bumped over there by Riley Lorenz. Here's the set once again for Gravel. Blocked at the net. Nice job there on the duo of Jude Held and Michaela Snowball. And Cowgirls are up to a 3-0 lead here. First touch there by Gravel. And now he powers it down. Gravel over on the other side of the net for the kill.
Capture that point.
So it's 3-1 now. Serve is up and over. Arnholt will set it near side for Riley Lorenz, who puts it down for the kill.
That is a Cowgirls point.
Now serve will go into the hands there, Maddie Larson. Larson, one of the seniors here on senior night for the Cowgirls, and that serve is up and over. And from behind the 10-foot line, it's sent over there by Ashley Lipinski, and that will be tipped out of bounds and a point for the Wolverines, and it's 4-2. Lipinski will get the kill. Serves it over. There's the back set near side. That's Jude Held, and that will drop for a point for Breckenridge. So Snowball will have the serve now. Another one of the seniors for the Cowgirls. Her serve is up and over. Here's the set for Gravel from behind the 10-foot line, kind of pushes it over right on the 10-foot line, actually. Now that is an attack out of bounds, attacking error on the swing there by Cameron Kaler.
That point goes to the Wolverines.
5-3. Serve is up and over. Arnholt will set it up over far side. Kaler knocks it out of bounds again on another attacking error. And the Wolverines are within one now. Pushed over there by Jude Held. Well set, and Gravel sends it over and down from behind the 10-foot line. It's more like 14 feet back. And I'll tie us up at 5. Gravel on the serve once again. Here's the set. Jude Held puts it into the net.
Point Wolverines.
So Gravel on the serve once again. That one's just barely over. First contact is made. Arnold, check that. Yeah, that was Arnholt who set it up over there. And it was blocked at the net for another point. And that gives the Wolverines the first lead of the game at 7-5. Actually, I guess he had the lead at 6-5, but So Gravel's serve is over again. Arnholt will back set it here for Jude Held. That's over and bumped there by the libero Warren. Here's a set for the attack from the middle of the net. The attack goes out of bounds on the swing by Lauren Gravel. Pulls the Cowgirls back within 1. Kaylee Sorrell with the serve. And it'll be bumped over there by Madison Cartston, excuse me. Dug out right back over to the Cowgirls there on the attack by Victoria Undum. And now Undum will push it over again. Here's the set. Near side attack is going to be controlled. Dug out there by Maddie Larson on the swing by Madison Cartson. Back over to the Wolverines now. Warren will bump it over to Gravel, who sends it over, and Finkrell will make first contact. Here's the set far side. Cameron Kaler, did she go into the net? One of the Wolverines went into the net. I wasn't looking at which one. And that ties us up at 7. Even if she wouldn't have went into the net, that was a nice dig out there by Warren on that attack by Kaler. So Finkrell send it over. Free ball from behind the 10-foot line. Now here's the set by Cartson over to the far side. And down for the kill. It is Ashley Lipinski. They'll put the serve into the hands of Laura Krause. And Krause's serve is up and over. Second touch set far side, and the attack out of bounds there on the swing by Undum. Wolverines will take a 9-7 lead here in set 1. The serve comes out of the hands, I believe that's Lauren Krause again. Yep, and it is, yep. Finkrell makes first contact. Now it's bumped by Kaler and then bumped over from behind the 10-foot line there by Sorrell. Back over to the Wolverines. They'll set up for an attack near side. The kill goes to Madison Cartson. And as a result, the Wolverines will take a 3-point lead. Serve is up and over, and they snuck it back over. It was nearly an ace there for the Wolverines. Finkrell make first contact. Here's the set far side for Kaler. It's blocked at the net, and the Cowgirls will maintain possession. Sent back over to the Wolverines, now back to the Cowgirls. They'll set it up here for an attack, maybe. Kaler sends it over from behind the 10-foot line. Here's the set, near side, nice swing, and the attack and the kill there from Madison Cartson. And that will cause Breckenridge to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. I'll be back in a moment here on the Minnesota Sports Station.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back. 11-7 in favor of the Wolverines here in set number 1 from Breckenridge High School. Mike Mason with you on the Minnesota Sports Station. Serve is up and over. Here's the set. Pushed over there by Undum, and Undum will get the kill.
That point goes to the Cowgirls.
11-8. Serve will come out of the hands there of Cameron Kaler, the sophomore outside hitter for the Cowgirls. With their team trailing by 3, looking to sneak their way back into this one here. As Kaler's serve is up and over. First contact made by Gravel, and then slamming the door shot is Caitlin Bankin, the junior. And that's 11-9. Cameron Kaler will have the serve. And it will be an ace. An ace for Kaler.
Cowgirls point on that ace.
That pulls them within one. See if they can tie it up here on this one. Serve is up and over. Here's the set by Cartson. There's 2 Cartsons and 2 Gravels on the team, so I always have to look and see which one is which. Serve comes from Haley Wiedrick. Finkrell send it over. High arching send over there from behind the 10-foot line. Sets it up for the attack and the block at the net. Caitlin Bankin along with Victoria Undum are the tag team on that dual block there. And another point for the Cowgirls, and it's 12-11. Finkrell will have the serve. Up and over. And it was touched there by Cartson, and she knew she couldn't touch it again, and as a result, they'll result in an ace and tie us up at 12-12. So Finkrell will get credit for the ace. And now can the Cowgirls take the lead, or will the Wolverines get the lead back? Here's the attack from the near side of the net, and that one's going to have to be bumped over on that touch there, and it is by Riley Lorenz. Now here's the set by Cartson, near side attack, and that one's up and over and kept alive by the Cowgirls. Set up from the far side for Riley Lorenz, who sends it into the net for attacking error number 5 of the match for the Cowgirls. And I only have the Wolverines down for 1 attack error so far. And that gives the Wolverines a 1-point lead at 13-12. Serve is over. Here's the set, far side for Riley Lorenz. That will be sent over and kept alive there by the Wolverines. Gravel blocked at the net and down for the point. It is, check that, Snowball and Undum on the block. Ties us up at 13 here in set number 1, as getting a breather will be the 2 that Sorrell and Undum, and then coming in is Caitlin Arnholt, who had the serve there and has the ace there. That's her 2nd ace of the match and the Cowgirls' 4th ace of the match. So that gives the Cowgirls a 1-point lead, and now the Wolverines will talk it over, and we'll let them do that. Be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station. All right, coming out of the break with the serve is Caitlin Arnholt. Jump serve from the near side of the service line is up and over. Here's the set by Cartson over to the far side. Tapped over there by Caitlin Gardner. Back over to the Wolverines now. Attack from the middle of the net goes into the net. Attacking error number 2.
Point to the Cowgirls.
So Arnold will continue on the serve now. And that one will fall a little bit short. First service error of the match for either team. And that pulls the Wolverines within 1 with a chance to tie it with the serve coming out of the hands of the senior libero, Courtney Warren. Warren serve up and over, a high arcing serve. It'll be set there by Arnhold over to the far side, and it's popped down by Jude Held on the kill. 16-14. This time the serve will go into the hands of the senior, Maddie Larson, who normally plays the libero, but with the injury to Abby Johnson, they had to switch some people around. That's why Finkrell is your libero there. That'll be tipped out of bounds, down for a kill there for Wadena-Deer Creek, and that almost ties us up. We're still 1 shy. The serve will come out of the hands of Mackenzie Cartson, the senior setter there for the Wolverines, and that serve is up and over. Finkrell makes first contact, and now the back set to the near pin. Jude Held. It looked like it was on the line, but official on the back line said it was out, and that'll tie us at 16-16. Mackenzie Cartson with the serve once again. It's up and over. Finkrow makes first contact. Now it's going to be set over far side. Kaler from behind the 10-foot line sends it over and out of bounds on the attacker. And now the Wolverines take the lead back at 17-16. It's their second lead of the game, or of the match, I should say. I guess the game is the same thing. Block at the net. It was Lauren Gravel as well as Kennedy Gravel on the block. Kaler will set it behind the 10-foot line where it's pushed over there by Finkrow. First touch by Warren. Now the attack from the middle of the net is dug out there by Caitlin Arnholt. Now the bump set over to Finkrow, shoves it over. Free ball here for the Wolverines. Now their attack, it's Gravel. That's dug out and bump set, and they attack. And now the Wolverines will keep it alive, and the volley continues. Until now, and attacking error number 3 for the Wolverines, and it's 18-17. This has been a good one here. We'll see if number 18 can tie it at 18. With the serve is Michaela Snowball. Warren makes first contact. Cartson with the set, and then sent over from behind the 10-foot line by the other Cartson. McKenzie to Madison, and then the whistle.
Wolverines on the net violation.
Net violation on the Cowgirls. Gravel with the serve. Finkrow with first touch. Now it's bumped and pushed over there from the 10-foot line by Jude Held. Kaler now on the attack. Dug out by Warren. Bump set. Back behind the 10-foot line on the attack and dug out there by Finkrow. The set near side there for Caitlin Bankin. That one's kept alive by the Wolverines and set back over to the Cowgirls. Here's the attack. Kaler far side. Kept alive there by the Wolverines. Kept alive there by Finkrow. Kaler will try again. This time she's blocked at the net, and the point goes for the Wolverines. Ashley Lipinski as well as Kennedy Gravel, the tag team on that block there, and it's 20-17. Nice volley and nice finish to that one for the Wolverines. They're up 3. See if they can maintain that here, if the Cowgirls will battle back, and they got a lucky break there. Here's the set from Cartson there for the other Cartson. McKenzie to Madison.
Wolverine. Timeout taken by the Cowgirls.
So McKenzie gets the assist, Madison gets the kill. That's her 3rd kill according to my numbers. And a timeout as the Wolverines lead by 4 here. We'll take a timeout as well. I'll be back in a moment here on the Minnesota Sports Station.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on player profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-37.
All right, we'll come out of that a few seconds early here. Serve is up and over. Now the attack from Kaler far side, blocked at the net, and Kaler will try again. This time she sends over a free ball. Cartson with the set over to the other Cartson. That one's kept alive there and pushed back over in 2 touches. Warren to Cartson, back set, far side pin, and the attack is down, and give the kill to Ashley Lipinski. 22-17. Kennedy Gravel, the senior midfielder, has 2 kills and 2 blocks. So far, she has the serve this time. Bump back over to the Wolverines. Here's the set from Cartson for Madison Cartson, blocked at the net. Now the bump set. Now Madison Cartson was blocked at the net again, and the Wolverines keep it alive. Now Gravel will send it over and down. She snuck it down right where there were no green jerseys at, just over the 10-foot line from her, just beyond her own 10-foot line for the kill. And I believe that was a rotation violation there on Breckenridge, which makes it set point for Wadena-Deer Creek. That one just barely over the net. Jude Held will bump it, and sending it over there is Caitlin Bankin. Wolverine fans are on their feet, clapping, trying to get their team this final point of the set. Blocked at the net. Finker will keep it alive. Now set up for Kaler. Dug out there by, forgot the name, Gravel. There we go. And they'll get it. They'll win the set. 25-17, your final in set one. Wadena-Deer Creek now leads the match 1-0. We'll be back here in a moment with set number 2 right after this on the Minnesota Sports Station.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel at Magnitude Sports Media Network Station.
Download Game Time today.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back here as the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines lead the match 1-0, picking up a 25-17 set victory over the Cowgirls in set 1, and we're on to set number 2. Time of the match so far from the whistle of the first serve, 23 minutes, 47 seconds and counting. Once again, you can check out our website, msportsnet. Check that, msportsnet. The only time the M comes in there is if you're trying to follow us on Twitter or find us on Facebook. So, Facebook and Twitter, msportsmnet. Website, msportsnet.com. Certainly appreciate you tuning in there, and we certainly appreciate that young man sitting down there. And we're underway here in number 2. Madison Cartson had the serve. Bumped right in front of the net and sent back over to the Wolverines. Now here's the set from Mackenzie Cartson, and it hit the top of the post out of bounds, and that'll be a point for the Cowgirls.
Point goes to the Cowgirls.
Serve from Kaler is up and over. Here's the set from Cartson, far side there, and it's pushed over by Gravel.
Point 2 goes to the Cowgirls.
And point Breckenridge. Kaler's serve is up and over again. Here's the bump set over to Gravel, pushes it over just in front of the 10-foot line. Finkel will send it back over. It'll be touched by Warren. Then sent over in 2 there on what appeared to be a set. Trying to catch the Cowgirls off guard. And then the kill near side, Riley Lorenz. That's her second kill, according to my numbers here. And it's 3-0 Breckenridge. They got out to a quick start in set 1-2, and there's an ace from Kaler. And it's 4-0. Well, as I was saying, they got out to a quick start in set 1, and then a couple of lead changes later, and the Wolverines were able to hang in there and take the set. Pushed over and down, and that was a smart play there by Kennedy Gravel as she went up for what appeared to be a full-powered attack and then just kind of tapped it over and dropped it in a spot where the Cowgirls were not expecting it, and they're on the board now. It's 4-1. Nearly an ace there. Sent back over. Diving dig out there by Madison Cartson and sent back over to the Cowgirls. Here's the set, middle of the net. It's Jude Hell. Tips it over and down. Now going to the books as a kill for the junior middle hitter. 5-1 Breckenridge. Here's the set by Cartson for Gravel near pin. And Gravel will get the kill. She has 5 kills now, according to my numbers, and it's 5-2. Wolverines will have the serve. It'll come out of the hands of the senior setter, Mackenzie Cartson. Cartson's serve is over. First touch there by Kaler. The set from Arnholt to Riley Lorenz, and she got the kill. Kaylee Sorrell checks into the lineup. Jude Held will get a breather on the bench. And the serve comes out of the hands of Kaylee Sorrell. Sent back over by the Wolverines. Nice dig out there by the Cowgirls. Setting it up for Riley Lorenz, who got blocked at the net and then dug it out. Far side, and a nice job there by Warren to keep that volley going here. Cowgirls will get another chance to send it down, and they will. This time the kill goes to Victoria Undum. 5-point lead here for the Cowgirls. Warren will make first contact. Cartson will set it up for Gravel near pin. Out of bounds on the attack.
I'm sorry, there is a net violation. Point goes to the Wolverines.
So it's 7-3 instead of 8-2. If the Cowgirls don't score here, we'll make a manual adjustment to our scoreboard. There's a set far side. And that will be a kill for Madison Cartson, her 4th, according to my numbers. Let's go ahead and make a manual adjustment on that scoreboard there. There we go. (7-4). Gravel with the serve. Finkel first touch. Set up here near side for Undum. Sent over, kept alive. First touch there by Cartson. Now Gravel from behind the 10-foot line, and it's going to be a lift, a touch violation on the Wolverines. 8-4 as the Cowgirls double up here on the Wolverines. Serve this time will go into the hands of Maddie Larson. Larson's serve is over. Warren makes first contact. Now Cartson will set it over for Maddie Cartson, but she'll send it out of bounds on the attack. 9-4, 5-point advantage once again here for the Cowgirls. Keep in mind, Cowgirls did have 2 7-point edges over Frazee in the last match we covered, and that was not a big enough lead. Frazee was able to come back. We'll see if Wadena can do the same. Sent over, kept alive there. Struggling to get a good set on that ball for an attack. Not so the case here for the Wolverines, and they'll get the kill. Madison Cartson with her 5th kill. 9-5 now. Laura Krause, the senior defensive specialist, will have the serve here for Wadena-Deer Creek. Standing serve from the near side of the service line is up and over. Touched by Finkrow in the set here for Cameron Kaler, who sends it over, and the Wolverines get it back. Can they get it this time? Kaler goes for it, pops it up, dug out there by Gravel, and then pushed over middle of the net there by, I think that was Caitlin Gardner, and it was. Back over to the Wolverines now. Cartson for Maddie Cartson. Tried to tip it over and does get the kill. 9-6. So Krause will continue on the serve once again. Once again, she's a senior for the Wolverines this year. And her team's within 3. Serve is over. Finkrow makes first contact, and Finkrow sends it into the net. Attacking error number 1 of the set, number 7 of the match for the Cowgirls. So 9-7, Breckenridge will talk it over, and we'll be back in a moment.
Download Game Time today.
All right, welcome back. Cowgirl fans on the opposite side of the gym there cheering on their team. A couple of people dressed up. I think one of them is a turtle or an alligator. Not sure what that green and yellow is over there. You might see it right about the middle of your screen there, far side of the gym. Once again, Laura Krause with the serve here as her team's within 2 out of the Breckenridge timeout. It's 9-7. Finkrow makes first contact. Here's the set for Kaler. Near side attack from the pin down inside the line. She got it, and it's 10-7. All right, so Finkrow with the serve here. Serve is up and over. Here's the set by Cartson. Behind the 10-foot line, the attack comes from Gravel. And now Finkrow send it back over. Warren makes first contact. Back to Gravel. Another attack from behind the 10-foot line. Hits the tape as it comes over, but the Cowgirls able to keep it alive. Kaler sends it back. Warren makes contact. Now here's the set. Maddie Cartson, far side, out of bounds.
Point to the Cowgirls.
11-7, the Cowgirl lead is back up to 4 now. As Finkrow will continue on the serve. Far side there, it's Caitlin Gardner, and she'll get the kill. According to my numbers, that's her first kill of the match. Pulls the Wolverines back within 3. Serve going to the hands of Haley Wiedrick, a senior defensive specialist for Wadena-Deer Creek. Standing serve from the middle of the service line, up and over and down for an ace.
Point to the Wolverines on that ace.
11-9, Wolverines within 2 now. It's been a good one. No ace this time around. Cowgirls will go on the attack. Snowball puts it over. Wolverines keep it alive. They set it up far side there for Maddie Cartson. Blocked at the net. Wolverines send it back over. into the net, and nothing they can do about that one. Point for the Wolverines.
Point to the Wolverines.
So Wiedrich with the serve once again. Kaler will send it back over. Warren will make first contact. Here's the set, far side, Maddie Cartson. Tipped, down for the kill. That ties us up at 11. And Wiedrich with the serve once again. Standing serve from the middle of the service line. Here's the back set, far pin. Victoria Undum puts it down for the kill. Arnholt serves it over. And it'll go off the fingertips of Arnholt, and the kill will go to Caitlin Gardner. That ties us up at 12 again. This is about where the game started to have lead changes in the first set. Right around that 10, 11, 12-point mark. We'll see if that trend continues here or if the Cowgirls will steal one. Here's the attack, far side pin, out of bounds. Cowgirls retake the lead. 13-12 now. And that'll be an ace. Cameron Kaler has her third ace now in the match, according to my numbers. We'll see if Kaler can serve up another one here. Apologize that our camera wasn't on the server there. 14-12, bump back over. And we're tied at 14. Finker on the second touch. Lorenz will send it over, and a free ball here for the Wolverines. They'll set it up, far side pin, and that comes over, and the free ball here for Breckenridge. I believe that was Snowball, and it was out of bounds.
That point goes to the Wolverines.
15-14, Wolverines take the lead. Here's the back set, and pushed over there by Snowball. Warren will make first contact. Cartson will set it up, back set here for, that one comes over off the attack there by Gravel. And now Riley Lorenz will try it, and it just barely goes out of bounds.
That is a Wolverines point.
Both teams have 4 attacking errors here in set 2. 10 total for the Cowgirls, 7 total for the Wolverines. So that one sneaks over the net. Finker on the second touch, sends it over for Snowball. And now Gravel will go on the attack from the middle of the net. Finker will dig it out. Kaler will set it up there. Snowball sends it over. Sent back over. A nice volley here between the two teams. We'll see if Riley Lorenz can end it. And she will. Took a while, but she did it. So that one went up into the basketball hoop up high there. Camera doesn't have the ability to get that high. Well, actually, it does, but considering the broken equipment we had in pregame, we're not going to take any chances on getting the stuff that goes up into the ceiling. So. All right, we're tied at 16 now. Warren Back set here for Gravel. Blocked at the net, and it falls down for a point for Kennedy Gravel. They'll take the lead at 17-16. The serve will go into the hands of Mackenzie Cartson. Cartson will send it over. Back set far pin Kaler. Got it.
Point to the Cowgirls.
Kaler with 2 kills and 3 aces in this match so far, according to my numbers. And we're tied at 17 as a result. Serve will go into the hands of Kaylee Sorrell, the senior setter. Warren makes first contact. Cartson sets it up for Gravel, who's blocked at the net by Riley Lorenz and Victoria Undone. 18-17. Riley Lorenz got 70% of that block, and Undum got the other 30%. Warren, now Cartson sets it up for Gravel, far side. Nice dig out and a net violation, I believe. Yep. On the Cowgirls. It says 19-17. That's because I put it on the wrong side there. My apologies. It's actually 18-18. Here's the set. Pushed over, kept alive. Set for Lorenz near side and out of bounds. And a timeout. It's 19-18.
Taken by Breckenridge.
We'll take a timeout as well. Be back in a moment here on the Minnesota Sports Station. North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews. Who's moving on to play college softball, and that? Well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station. All right, welcome back. Set 2 here. The Wolverines hanging on to a 1-point lead. Out of the timeout, it'll be Wadena-Deer Creek with the serve. Serve will come out of the hands of Kennedy Gravel. Have her down for 6 kills and 2 blocks so far in this match. And be sent over there by Bankin. Now here's the back set to the near pin for the attack. It's Ashley Lipinski who has 3 kills and a block so far. Warren, now here's the set, far side, I believe that's Mackenzie Cartson, and she sends it out of bounds on the attack. That ties us at 19, so after the timeout, we're even again between the Cowgirls and the Wolverines. Cowgirls would get a huge confidence booster here if they could take this set. That one hits the tape as it comes over and dangerously close to an ace. Lipinski blocked at the net. Near side by Cameron Kaler. And now the Wolverines will talk it over. So we'll let them do that. We'll be back in a moment here on the Minnesota Sports Station.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on player profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
All right, welcome back. Cowgirls have a 1-point lead here in set 2, and they have the serve. Warren, now Cartson will set it up in the middle of the net there for Lauren Gravel. She'll get the kill. We're tied again at 20 apiece. Lauren Krause will have the serve here for the Wolverines. Serve is into the net.
That point goes to the Cowgirls.
First service error of the match comes in the latter part of set 2 here for the Wolverines. Cowgirls have one service error back in set 1, so both teams with one service error so far. Here's the set. They attack Undum, middle of the net. Kept alive there. Warren on the second touch. Gravel sends it over from beyond the 10-foot line and gets the kill. And used up about 75% of my space to record kills here for Kennedy Gravel so far. We'll do our best. Serve is up and over. Second touch there by Sorol, and then sent over by Undum. Warren to Kartzel, over to Maddie Kartzel. Attack is over and kept alive there by the Cowgirls. Binkrow sends it back over and out of bounds. 22-21, Wadena-Deer Creek with the lead now, and the serve will go into the hands of Haley Wiedrick, a senior. Serve is over, and Cowgirls will keep it alive. Kaler sends it over, dug out there by Gravel, right back over, and that'll be a lift, I believe. Yep, that will be a touch violation. Oh, no. Okay, give it to the Cowgirls instead. I thought that was going to be a touch violation on the Cowgirls, but apparently I was mistaken on that. That's kind of what it looked like from my vantage point. I have a pretty good vantage point too, but not quite as good as the official on the far side of the net there. So that attack goes into the net, and now the Cowgirls get a lead. We'll keep it right here for the conclusion of set 2. Put another attacking error into the books there for Wadena-Deer Creek. Once again, the Cowgirls took set 1 25, or check that, the Wolverines took set 1 25-17. And we're in for a good finish here for set number 2. And once again, it's the best of 5, so if Breckenridge pulls this set out, we'll go to at least 4 sets. Caitlin Arnholt, the senior setter, will have the serve here for Breckenridge. Jump serve from the far side of the service line is down for an ace. And it's set point. Arnholt with her 3rd ace of the match. She gets a 4th one, they'll even this thing up at a set apiece. Not going to happen this time around. Mackenzie Kartsen on the attack there. Now Kaler will push it back over. Set up by Kartsen, middle of the net there for Caitlin Gardner. And Gardner puts it down for a kill, and it's 24-23. Gardner, the junior outside hitter, I have her down for 3 kills right now, and the serve will go into the hands of Madison Kartsen. Kartsen serve is over. Finkroll there for Kaler on the far side, and a drop for a point. 25-23. There we go, I hit the right button that time. 25-23, and we're tied at a set apiece heading into set number 3. Back in a moment here on the Minnesota Sports Station.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Download Game Time today.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, we're all ready for set number 3 here. We're tied up at a set apiece. Wolverines take the first set, 25-17. Cowgirls even it up with a 25-23 win in set number 2. Time of the match so far, just shy of 52 minutes. Make that just over 52 minutes. And the first point is going to go to, can she get it over? Oh, she almost, I think it was touched there by Gravel, and that would indeed allow that kick to be legal. That would have been interesting if that kick would have kept the volley alive there, but this time it's going to go in favor of the Wolverines. See if the Cowgirls can get one back here with Kaler on the attack, and that'll just set up an attack here for Lipinski near side. That one hit the beam in the ceiling, came back down, and that's going to result in a point for the Wolverines. So Cowgirls get off to a 4-0 and a 4-0 start in set 1 and set 2, and now the Wolverines get off to a 2-0 start here in set number 3. Finkro makes first contact off the serve to set it up far side for Jude Held. Nice dig out there by Courtney Warren. And Lipinski will send it back over, and Held tried to send it back, but it'll go into the books as an attacking error, and it's 3-0 now. Wadena-Deer Creek on 3 straight points in set number 3. That one will land out of bounds for an attacking error. That's 13 attacking errors on the Cowgirls here in the early part of set 3, and it's a 4-0 lead for Wadena-Deer Creek. Serve comes out of the hands of Courtney Warren, the senior libero. Tipped back over in 2 touches, and now tipped back over to the Cowgirls. Here's the set. Jude Held on the attack, and nice diving dig there by Madison Cartson to keep that volley alive. Back to the Cowgirls now. Here's the bump set. Snowball sends it over and down for the kill.
That point goes to the Cowgirls on that Snowball kill.
4-1, and the serve will go into the hands now. I believe that's Cameron Kaler back there, and it is. Serve is over, and here's the set. Far side, the kill is down. Kennedy Gravel with 8 kills and 2 blocks, according to my numbers. And it's a 5-1 lead here for Wadena-Deer Creek. We're going to 4 sets for sure. fifth set will be determined at a later time. It won't be determined in this set. That one falls out of bounds for an attacking error. 6-1. Arnhold with a set over to Kaler, sends it over, and it's kept alive there by the Wolverines. And give that point there to Kennedy Gravel again, and that's 9 kills for her now, according to my numbers. 7-1 lead for the Wolverines. Into the net.
That is a Cowgirls point.
So Snowball will have the serve now. 9 attack errors, 2 service errors, no net violations, 1 touch violation for the Wolverines. Attacking errors 14, 1 service error, 2 net violations for the Cowgirls. They have Kennedy Gravel down for 11 kills on the scoreboard, so I'll pop 2 more dash marks in my book here, and I'll match up. So 11 kills and 2 blocks. Unless they count the 2 blocks as kills, then my numbers would have matched up. I separate kills and blocks, and I think the scoreboard combines them if the block scores a point. Carsey Materi with the serve, and it's into the net. Service error number 2 of the match here for the Cowgirls. 9-3, back to a 6-point advantage here for Wadena-Deer Creek. Once again, Wolverine fans will have your match against Barnesville on Monday, October 7th, live here on the Minnesota Sports Station, so make sure you circle that one on your calendar. We'd love to have you join us for the broadcast. And we appreciate you tuning in to today's match as well. Here's the back set, far side attack, blocked at the net. And it was Riley Lorenz and Victoria Undum. And Undum, with that time, will get the point. Oh, actually, no, they won't. It must have went out of bounds, so it's 10-3 instead of 9-4. That one drops in bounds, make it 11-3. And now Cowgirls want to talk it over. We'll let them back in a moment.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right. I believe it's Lauren Krause with the serve. And it does. And it's up and over. Finkrell makes first contact. Materi with the set near side. Pushed over and down by Riley Lorenz for the kill. 4 kills. Looking up at the scoreboard, they have her for 4 kills. Numbers match up. So that's an official stat. Although we always say they're unofficial, just in case we missed something. Serve is up and over. Here's the set. Behind the 10-foot line, it's sent over and then right back, and it dropped just outside the line. Lucky break there for the Wolverines, and a near miss for the Cowgirls. It's 12-4, and it's all Wolverines in this set so far. We'll see if the Cowgirls can put a rally together here. Materi with the set far side for Kaler. That one will hit the beam and drop. It was dug out there, but it was hit the beam and came right back down to the ground. And Kaler may get the rally started there. Tipped over, dug out by Finkrow, sent right back over to the Wolverines. Attack from the middle of the net. Materi makes first contact. Bumped over towards Kaler, who pushes it over two hands. There's a set near side and blocked at the net. Nice job there on the duo of Michaela Snowball and Victoria Undum. 12-6. The lead's been sliced in half here, and Finkrow on the serve. There's a set from Cartson near side for the other Cartson. McKenzie to Madison. That one will land outside for another attacking error. They got a couple there, but now the Wolverines get a point in the serve, and it'll come out of the hands of Madison Cartson. Cartson serve is over. Finkrow, a snowball. Now Undum shoves it over. Back over in two. Materi on the bump here, and now sent over by Maddie Larson from behind the 10-foot line. Back set far side, Gravel. Did she get it? She did. It was tipped. 14-6. And I'm officially out of room now for jotting down points for Gravel. I may have to redesign the score sheet here to allow a little more room for that. It happens occasionally, but not frequently enough where I've made a decision to change the format of my score sheet yet. So we'll see what happens here. That one hit the beam and came over, and that'll be a point for the Wolverines.
And that point goes to the Wolverines.
Materi with the set far side. Kaler on the attack. Nicely dug out there by Wiedrich. And Wiedrich will have to send it back over, and the attempt went into the beam in the ceiling and never made it over the net. 15-7 as a result here. As Undum will get a breather, as does Materi. Coming back in is Jude Held, and I didn't see who the second one was. Arnhold with the serve. Here's the set for Granville. Did I say that right? Yeah, Gravel is what I meant to say. I'm sorry. Now Gravel again. She got it. 16-7 in favor of the Wolverines. Set far side, Jude Held tips it over, and it's kept alive there. Bump back over to the Cowgirls. Here's the set, middle of the net attack from Jude Held, dug out by Warren. Second touch, sends it over towards Lipinski. Snowball, they have to get it over on that touch, and Maddie Larson sneaks it over off the tape and down.
That point goes to the Cowgirls on that Maddie Larson kill.
I'll slice the lead in half once again. Still a big hill to climb here for Breckenridge. They need to get a rally of points here to get themselves back into this one before the Wolverines score too many more points, or this could be an easy set victory for the Wolverines. That will be an attacking error. That'll give the Breckenridge Cowgirls one more point. That puts the Wolverines into the double-digit category with 10 attacking errors in the match so far. 3 in the first, 6 in the second, and now 1 here in the third. Lipinski sends it over. Warren, back set there for Gravel. Blocked at the net, down for points. It's Cameron Kaler and Jude Held on the block. And they're a little bit closer now. The lead's been cut to 6. Kaler on the serve. She has multiple aces in this, 3 to be exact. Now drop for a point there. Look up to the scoreboard because I missed who. I looked down for a second. They're not assigning a point to anybody on the scoreboard. So we'll just give a general side out point is what we'll do in our stat book. And then that makes our stats unofficial. 17-10. This is set far side for Kaler. She got it. 4 blocks, 2 kills, 3 aces for Cameron Kaler. Now the serve going to the hands of Snowball. Warren makes first contact. Now Cartson will set it up here near side, and that was blocked. And then it dropped on the Cowgirls side of the net. So point for the Wolverines, and give the kill there to Kennedy Gravel again. 18-11, they're up 7. And a knee sliding dig on the serve there, and then push back over. Warren will touch up on it, sent over there by Madison Cartson. We'll set it up for Kaler far side. Here's a set by Cartson from Maddie Cartson, near side pin. Now Kaler will go on the attack from the 10-foot line. That volley continues to go back and forth here. There's a nice attempt there by Bankin and held on the attempted block, but unfortunately it'll fall down for a kill and a point for Wadena-Deer Creek. It's 19-11, and Breckenridge wants to get a little pep rally done here in the next 30 seconds or so. We'll be back in a moment on the Minnesota Sports Station.
Download Game Time today.
All right, welcome back. Out of bounds on the attack there, far side by Kaler. 20-11. If Breckenridge doesn't rally now, this is going to be the Wolverine set. Let's see if they can do it. Finker will send it over. Gravel made first touch on it. Now Cartson sends it over. Nice dig out there by Finker. Sent back over and 2 by Kaler. Well, Warren will touch up on it. Now the set there for Lipinski far side. Sends it over. Finker on the second touch. Sets it up there and sending it over was Caitlin Bankin. Now the Wolverines will continue the volley. Bump over a free ball here for the Cowgirls. And they set something up. Jude Hell tips it over and down.
Point Cowgirls on that. Kill by Hill.
Carsey Materi will come in with the serve. Materi is a sophomore this year for the Cowgirls. With their team down 8, looking to rally here. Here's the set, backside, Lipinski blocked at the net, down for a point. I believe it was Kaler and Undum. No, check that, it was Lorenz and Undum, excuse me. (2013), Materi on the serve. Here's the set. Middle of the net attack is tipped as it goes out of bounds, and that'll make the kill good for Lauren Gravel, a sophomore. 21-13. Can Krause on this serve rally the Wolverines to close out this set? We'll find out. Push back over there. Gravel makes first contact. Here's the set for Cartson. Materi sets it up for Kaler far side. Joust for it at the net, and somebody touched the net. It was Breckenridge.
That point goes to the Wolverines on the net violation.
That makes it 22-13. And that'll be an ace. An ace for Krause. According to my numbers, that's her first ace of the match. So the lead is 10. Finkrell, Materi with the set, and far side Undum trims the lead back down to single digits.
Goes to the Cowgirls on that kill by Undum.
Maddie Larson with the serve now for the Cowgirls. First touch there. Now the setup here near side 4, that is Caitlin Gardner. That one goes in, no good, and point for Breckenridge. It's an 8-point advantage. And it'll hit the tape, and it's a 9-point advantage and set point.
That point goes to Wolverines.
Total of 3 service errors now for the Cowgirls in the match, according to my numbers, and set point 24-15 for Wadena-Deer Creek. And the serve is off the hands there of Wiedrich. Kaler on the attack. And that one nearly went into the basketball hoop, and the Wolverines will get it back. Materi with the set, and it'll be popped over there by Undum. Blocked at the net and out of bounds. Point for the Wolverines, and they take the set as well. They'll win that set 25-15. We'll see if the Cowgirls can rally here in set 4. We'll take a timeout and be back after this here on the Minnesota Sports Station on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Download Game Time today.
Diamond.
All right, welcome back. We are going to head into set number 4 here. We have a graphics guy update. Awesome job, graphics guy. Way to go. Numbers so far, as we're about a minute away from the start of set 4. For the Wolverines, 11 attack errors, 2 service errors, 1 touch violation. Through 3 sets of play. For the Cowgirls, 16 attack errors, 3 service errors, 3 net violations. Individual scoring so far unofficially, Caden Arnholt, a block and 3 aces. Riley Lorenz, 5 kills, 3 blocks. Jude Held, 4 kills, 2 blocks. Caitlin Bankin, a kill and a block. Cameron Kaler with 4 kills, 2 blocks and 3 aces. Riley Finkroth, a kill and an ace. Maddie Larson with a kill. Victoria Undum with 4 kills and 6 blocks. Michaela Snowball with a kill and 3 blocks. For the Wolverines, Ashley Lipinski with 3 kills and a block. Madison Cartson with 8 kills. Kennedy Gravel, the senior, with 10, 11, 12, 13 kills and 2 blocks, according to my numbers. Haley Wiedrich with an ace. Caitlin Gardner with 3 kills. Lauren Gravel with 2 kills and a block. And then Lauren Krause with an ace. And unofficially, that is all your individual scoring so far for the 2 teams up to this point. Once again, 25-17, Wadena-Deer Creek in set 1. Breckenridge tied up with a 25-23 victory in set 2, and then Wadena-Deer Creek getting out into a big lead in set 3. A big lead and an early lead, and they never let that lead go. And they would end up defeating the Cowgirls by 10 in set number 3, and that sends us into set number 4. Wolverines win set 4. The match is over. Cowgirls win it. We go to set 5 for the 5th and deciding set. We love set 5 matches here. Or let's try that again. We love 5-set matches here on the Minnesota Sports Station. But who doesn't love a 5-set match?
All right, We'll start game 4 by the Wolverines serving.
It'll be Madison Cartson with the serve. If our camera will get over there. If it doesn't, we apologize. There we go. And sent over, and couldn't see who sent that one over. Tack at the middle of the net, and it was blocked, and it dropped on the wrong side.
First point goes to the Wolverines.
1-0 Wolverines here in set 4. Here's the set far side. Kaler, did she get it on the other side? She did.
Goes to the Cowgirls.
1-1. So in the first 3 sets, both teams got out to a 4-0 lead, 4-0 lead, and a 3-0 lead. And now it's 1-1. So we'll see how this set turns out. There's an ace for Kaler. That's her 4th ace of the match.
To the Cowgirls on the ace serve by Kaler.
Kaler's serve is up and over again. Here's the set from Mackenzie Cartson over far side. Gravel got blocked at the net, and the Wolverines will keep it alive. Back set near side here for Caitlin Gardner, and a little miscommunication there, and the Cowgirls will get another point. 3-1. I believe it was Lorenz and held on the block. I knew it was Lorenz for sure, but I wasn't sure on the second player there. Tip back over in 2. Finker will keep it alive. The set by Arnholt near side. Riley Lorenz sends it over. Warren makes first contact. Now the set over far side for Gardner. Gardner goes on the attack. The Cowgirls will keep it alive. The bump set for Lorenz. Sends it over. Diving down. Keeps it alive. There is Cartson. Sent back over there. And that is a kill for ... Kennedy Gravel. And it's 3-2. And the senior libero, Courtney Warren, will have the serve. Serve is up and over. First contact is made. Now Arnholt with the set over for Jude Held, far side. I'm not sure if that was a double touch or not. Nope, must not have been. They would have blew the whistle on that touch if it was. Riley Lorenz will send it back over. Nearly keeps herself out of the net there. And Lorenz got a piece of that as it came over. Now Snowball will send it back over, and a little launching dig there by Cartson. I feel that's what you want to call it. Now Jude Held puts it down for the kill. That's her 5th kill according to my numbers. And Cowgirls take a 2-point advantage, 4-2. Snowball with the serve. It's up and over. Cartson with the set. Far side pin for Lipinski. Lipinski sends it over. The Cowgirls keep it alive. They'll set it up for Jude Held, and that'll be a double touch. A goal in the books as a lift. Touch violation. First touch violation of the game here for the Cowgirls. And it's 4-3, and the Wolverines will have the serve. Mackenzie Cartson, the senior, will send it over. Finkel makes first contact there. It'll be sent over from behind the 10-foot line. Attack from the middle of the net. Goes down. The point goes to Gravel. Kennedy Gravel with more points than I can keep track of here. Sort of. A little bit of a sarcasm / exaggeration on that one, but that means she's doing well in this match. We'll put it that way. Jude Held will send it over, blocked at the net, but the Cowgirls keep it alive. Now Finkel sends it over. Warren makes first contact, and Lipinski on the 3rd touch gets it back over. Riley Lorenz puts it down for the kill. And that'll be an ace for Materi. The sophomore gets her first ace of the match. We've seen her serve up a few aces in the games we've covered so far. It's definitely not a rare occurrence for Materi to get an ace. Terry's serve is up and over. Warren makes first contact. Now the back set here. Ooh, nice swat there. Like a lightning bolt. Kennedy Graville puts it down again. Tucks it inside, right inside the back line is what I was trying to say there. And let's see here. It says 9-2. That is definitely not accurate. I'm not sure what happened there. It is now 6-6 on the ace by Kennedy Graville. So let's go ahead and manually change that. And like I said, I'm not sure what happened there, but we're going to go with a manual fix here. There we go. Back to action now. And that'll be a kill for, I believe, Lauren Graville, but I wasn't looking. Look up at the scoreboard. Yes, that would indeed be the case according to the scoreboard here. So, serve is up and over. It's now 7-6 in favor of the Wolverines, and now it's 7-7 in favor of no one. Serve going to the hands of the senior Maddie Larson. Tied at 7. Service sent over. Warren will make first contact. Carts in with the set, middle of the net attack from just in front of the 10-foot line here from Lauren Graville, who gets it down.
Point goes to the Wolverines.
That gives the Wolverines a lead here, and the serve will go into the hands of Laura Krause. Krause serve is over. First contact is made. There's a set by Materi. Back over to Kaler, and she will get the kill with the assistance of the basketball hoop that made the Wolverines chase it. And we're tied at 8 as a result. Once again, that's a kill for Kaler, according to my numbers. 6 kills, 4 aces, and 2 blocks for Cameron Kaler. And that'll be an ace for Maddie Larson.
Goes to the Cowgirls.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10 aces in this match for the Cowgirls. And make it 11 aces, back-to-back aces for Maddie Larson. That's 10-8. Oh, check that Finkro on the ace there, excuse me. There's a set by Materi, far side of the snowball, and she'll get credit for the kill as it'll fall down for the point. 11-8, and now the Wolverines are going to talk it over. We'll keep it right here. Take 1 ace off the board here for Larson and put 1 on for Finkroll. There we go. Now the numbers are accurate. 11-8 here. Once again, I have, let's see here, 4 aces for Cameron Kaler, 3 aces for Caitlin Arnholt, 2 aces for Riley Finkroll, 1 ace for Maddie Larson, 1 ace for Carsey Materi. For the Wolverines, I have an ace apiece for Kennedy Graville, Haley Wiedrick, and Laura Krause. So 11 aces for the Cowgirls, 3 for the Wolverines, according to my numbers here, as we come out of the Wolverine timeout. Abby Johnson on the bench here for the Cowgirls, trying to pump up her classmates on the far side of the gym to get the Cowgirls back into this match. Materi on the second touch there, sets it up for Kaler, and that is a point off a net violation for the Wolverines. 12-8. One thing the Cowgirls have to be careful with here is to not get too excited with the lead, because when they do, they usually lose it. Serve is up and over. Here's the set. Attack from the middle of the net. Cartson puts it over. Materi makes first contact. And Undum, Larson, and Snowball all thought that one of the other three were going to make the touch on that, and they would drop to the floor there for a point for the Wolverines to make it 12-9, and Wadena-Deer Creek is within 3. Serve is over. Finkel makes first contact. There's a set from Materi near side for Cameron Kaler, who I thought that hit just inside, but I guess not. It looked like it dropped inside the line to me, but it's going to be a point for the Wolverines. I don't know if our keys are sticking there or what. It is 12-10.
Point to the Cowgirls on that block.
And now it's 13-10. So we'll add 1 here to the Wolverines. I don't know, that's never happened before. We've done a bunch of volleyball games. We never had our scoreboard kind of go nuts like that. I don't know what happened there. But 13-10 is indeed the correct score. Here's a set to the far pin, and that one out of bounds.
That point goes to the Cowgirls.
13 attacking errors now, according to my numbers for the Wolverines. This attack is kept alive, and Kaler will have to push it over from behind the 10-foot line on the near side of the court here. Now far pin blocked at the net. Wolverines keep it alive. Bump set, and that one's blocked at the net, and a joust for it at the net, and another net violation on the Wolverines.
Cowgirls.
15-10. One comes back over. I think it hit the ceiling, but I wasn't looking up really quick. That one's out of bounds. That will attack there by Kaler will go out, and that's attacking error number 17, and the Wolverines now within 4. Serve out of the hands of Cartson. It's Madison Cartson. Jude Held gets it over, and that will be a touch violation. Second touch violation of the match here for the Wolverines, and another point for Breckenridge to make it 16-11 and a 5-point lead. Kaler's serve is just barely over, and a bump set there pushed over by Gravel. Now Jude Held will send it over. First contact made there by Mackenzie Cartson, then pushed over, and the Cowgirls will keep it alive. Set it up near pin here for Riley Lorenz. A couple touches later, and it was eventually popped back over by Jude Held. Now back over to the Cowgirls. Riley Lorenz will go on the attack again. Warren will dig it out. Cartson with the back set near pin on the attack. Block at the net. Was it tipped?
That point goes to the Wolverines.
It was not tipped. Wolverines will get the point. 16-12. Courtney Warren will have the serve once again, the senior libero, and that serve is up and over to the other libero, Riley Finkrell. Kaler, check, that was Jude Held. Push back over here, and Finkrell running after it, and Held barely gets it over. Warren will dig it up. Cartson will set it up for Lipinski far side, and she'll get the kill. 16-13, Breckenridge will have a timeout here to talk it over, and they want to make sure they don't want this lead to slip away from them. We'll see if they can successfully communicate that in their timeout when we come back after this on the Minnesota Sports Station.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews. Who's moving on to play college softball, and that? Well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station. All right, welcome back. Out of the Cowgirls timeout here. The serve will come out of the hands of Courtney Warren for the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines, who trail by 3 right now here in set 4, and they have a 2-1 lead in the match. Riley Lorenz attacking there into the net.
Point goes to the Wolverines.
16-14. Make it 16-15.
Wolverine.
So Warren with the serve once again. Lorenz makes first contact. Arnholt with the back set there over to Snowball, who get the kill. 17-15, the lead's back to 2, but the Wolverines hanging in there. Snowball will have the serve. From the middle of the service line, the serve is up and over. Second touch, it's Mackenzie Cartensen with the back set for the attack to the near pin. It was blocked, and a point there for Breckenridge. I know for sure that Jude Held was one of the 2 players in on the block, and I couldn't quite get a clear view on the second player there. Lipinski sends it over. Cowgirls keep it alive. Now here comes Riley Lorenz, but an attacking air into the net. Will get the Wolverines one closer and make it 18-16. Mackenzie Cartson with the serve here. That serve is barely over. Set it up for Riley Lorenz, near side, and a whistle blows, and net violation on Riley Lorenz. That's the 4th net violation of the match here for the Cowgirls. And it's a 1-point advantage for Breckenridge as a result. Jude Held will send it over to Warren and make first contact, and the set there from Cartson. Blocked at the net, comes right back. Sent back over, Finkel makes first contact. Back set over far side there for Bankin. Out of bounds. And we're tied at 18. Mackenzie Cartson, the senior, with the serve. Serve is over. Riley Lorenz makes first contact. Kaler back to Lorenz and sends it over from behind the 10-foot line. Now Lipinski tried to tip it over, but couldn't quite get the job done there. Just a little bit out of position on the back side of the far antenna there. And that point will go to Breckenridge as a result and give them the lead back at 19-18. So now the serve will come out of the hands of, that is Carsey Materi. Terry serves over. There's the set for the attack. Greville puts it down for the kill.
Wolverine.
And we're tied at 19. Greville will be on the serve here for the Wolverines. Materi will back set it for Riley Lorenz. And Lorenz will get the kill. Gives the Cowgirls the lead back at 20-19. So that is Mari Grendel checking into the lineup. She is a senior defensive specialist for the Wolverines. She is number 4 as soon as the camera gets over to the other side of the net here. On the near side of your, the lower near side of your, lower left-hand side of your screen is where she's at right now. There's the set. Lipinski tried to send it over, and it's punched up, and a nice diving effort there by Finkrol, but unfortunately it'll fall for a point for the Wolverines. Unfortunate if you're a Breckenridge fan, that is. And we're tied at 20. Krause will have the serve. Serve is over. Materi with the bump set here and sending it over as Undum is blocked at the net there by Caitlin Gardner. Greville partially in on that block as well. And we're tied at, or no, the Wolverines now take the lead, excuse me, at 21-20. Materi with the set, near side, this is Kaler. Kept alive there and into the net. It was originally kept alive by Mackenzie Cartson. Ties us at 21 again. And the service time goes into the hands of Librero Riley Finkrell, the sophomore. That serve is up and over. And they have to get it over, and they do. Free ball here for the Cowgirls. Materi to Kaler, tips it over, and it's kept alive. Sent back in 2 touches. Finkrell touch up on it. And Finkrell sent it over on the 3rd touch. Now we'll see if the Wolverines can go on an attack here. Kenzie Cartson, net violation on the Cowgirls. 22-21. Serve this time from Haley Wiedrick, who has one ace so far in this match, according to my numbers, and that matches up with the scoreboard up there too. That is the biggest lead for either team in quite some time here. 2 points, 23-21, and that will cause a timeout. Back in a moment here, and we'll fix our scoreboard.
Download Game Time today.
All right, we'll keep it here for the conclusion of set 4. Right now it's in favor of Wadena-Deer Creek, and if they can pull out 2 more points, they will win the match. 23-21, and with the serve is Haley Wiedrick. Wiedrick serve up and over. First touch by Finkrell. Here's Materi with the set, near side for Kaler. Down for the kill.
That point goes to Cowgirls.
23-22. And now the largest lead of 2 points has been trimmed to 1. That is it for set 4 only if you're just joining us. Jump serve from Arnholt is over. Here's the set. Blocked at the net, kept alive there by the Wolverines. Cartson will set it up again there for Mackenzie Cartson, and the Cowgirls will keep it alive, but sending it over is Arnholt successfully. Another attack here for the Wolverines. Free ball now for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. Jude Held sends it over. On the attack, far side pin, blocked at the net, and it'll fall for a point for the Wolverines, and it's match point, Wadena-Deer Creek. On the serve is Madison Cartson, the freshman. Serve is over. Here's the set, pushed back over. Set, Gravel, blocked at the net. Nice job there by Kaler to keep that one going. Can the Cowgirls get a point here? Kaler, dug out there by Warren. Set up far side there for, that was Gardner. There's the set, Jude Held, tips it over and down! 24-23. Cameron Kaler on the serve. Kaler has 4 aces in this match. Cowgirls need to score here, and they will! Jude Held gets it. We're tied at 24, and we'll have bonus volleyball for you here. Once again, you gotta win by at least 2. According to my numbers, that was the 7th kill of the match for Jude Held. She also has 4 blocks. Comes at a very important time for the Cowgirls here. This is a good one, folks. We have no idea if this one will go to a set 5, but if it does, I have a suspicion it'll be just as good as set 4 here. Both of these teams playing some outstanding volleyball here. And Breckenridge could really use a win. It's been a while since they've won one outside of an invite. Service up and over. Here's the set by Cartson. Attack is over. Riley Lorenz will keep it alive. Arnholt. And now Jude Held just out of bounds. Match point, Wadena-Deer Creek. Wow, the pressure is on the Cowgirls here as Warren will serve it up. Here's the back set, pushed over by Jude Held. Here's the set. Gavrell blocked at the net. And down for the point. And we're tied once again at 25. Michaela Snowball, the senior outside hitter with the serve here. Serve is over. Cartson with the set. Far side, Lipinski on the attack, and they'll be kept alive there. Sent over by Jude Held, and it's down, and it's set point for Breckenridge. Snowball will continue on the serve. Here's the set from Cartson. The attack, Graville, dug out, and a whistle, and they're saying it's another net violation on Breckenridge.
Blue Wolverines, another net violation.
Tied at 26. Mackenzie Cartson on the serve now. Serve is up and over. Here's the set from Arnholt over to Jude Held. Tips it over and down, and Jude Held is going nuts here in set 4, keeping the Cowgirls in it. Carsey Materi will go on the serve now for Breckenridge. Set point for the Cowgirls. Terry's serve is over. Warren now the set goes right over the net, and they tried to slam the door shut, and the volley will stay alive there, close to a net violation, and now they'll tie it up at 27, the Wolverines. Service from Gravel. Here's a set from Materi, and that set goes over and out of bounds. And it's match point again for Wadena-Deer Creek. They lead 28-27. Can Gravel ace it out here and get the win? Serve is over. And they have to get it over, and they do. A lucky break there for Breckenridge. Here's a set from Cartson, and then the other Cartson is Madison. Got it over, and now back over to the Wolverines. Joust for it at the net, and that one goes up high. Warren sends over the free ball. A chance for the Cowgirls. Materi with the set, sending it over there is Undum, and the Wolverines will keep it alive. And they'll send it back over, and back over in 2 here. And the volley continues. From behind the 10-foot line, Graville puts it up and down! And the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines win the match 29-27. In 4 sets. Now, we said earlier that we love 5-set matches here, but this was definitely a 4-set match that we're not complaining about it at all. Congratulations to the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines. They win the match 3 sets to 1. 25-17, 23-25, 25-15, and 29-27. Time of the match. 1 hour and 43 minutes and 50 seconds. We'll take a timeout here and come back with your post-game show right after this here on the Minnesota Sports Station.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Download Game Time today.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. The Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines pull out the victory in an exciting 4-set match here, especially that 4th set. Man, what a set that was. And the Cowgirls will fall short, falling 3-1 to the Wolverines, 25-17, 23-25, 27-15, and it says 31-27 there, but that's because we hit a couple buttons on the commercial break, and it's actually 29-27 there, your final in set. Number 4 going to the Wolverines. Let's see here. Adding up the numbers here. For the Wolverines, had them down for a grand total of 13 attacking errors, 2 service errors, 2 net violations, and 2 touch violations. For the Breckenridge Cowgirls, had them down for a grand total of 20 attack errors, 3 service errors, 6 net violations, and 1 touch violation. Individual scoring here, we'll start with Wadena-Deer Creek. Let's see here. Ashley Lipinski with 3 kills and a block. Madison Carson with 8 kills. Let's see here. Haley Wiedrick with an ace. Caitlin Gardner with 3 kills and a block. Lauren Gravel with 4 kills and 2 blocks. And Lauren Krause with an ace. Individual scoring for Breckenridge. Karsi Materi with an ace. Caitlin Arnholt with a block and 3 aces. Riley Lorenz with 7 kills and 4 blocks. Jude Held with, 5, 6, 7, 8 kills and 4 blocks. Caitlin Bankin with a kill and a block. Cameron Kaler with 8 kills, 2 blocks, and 4 aces. Riley Finkrow with a kill and 2 aces. Maddie Larson with a kill and an ace. And Victoria Undum with 4 kills and 6 blocks. Michaela Snowball with 3 kills and 3 blocks. Unofficially, according to my numbers, those are your team and individual numbers here for this particular match. We'll skip over that commercial break here and come back to our welcome back portion of the post-game show. And once again, we'll select the player of the game coming up here. We'll tell you how to find us on social media and tell you what's coming up next here on our upcoming broadcast on the Minnesota Sports Station. But first, let's take a look at these two teams, starting with Wadena-Deer Creek, as they improve now to 11-4 on the season, 3-2 on the road, 34 sets won, 13 sets lost. Their next game after tonight's win against Breckenridge will be on Thursday against New York Mills. It'll be a home game for the Wolverines, and then we'll see the Wolverines one more time on October 7th when they travel to Barnesville to take on the Trojans, and that game will be live here on the Minnesota Sports Station, so make sure you circle that calendar date there, Wolverine fans. We'd certainly appreciate you tuning in. And then they'll have Pillager after Barnesville, Sabika at home, and then the Moorhead tournament to wrap up the regular season. For the home team, the Breckenridge Cowgirls, they now fall to 11-8 and 2-3 at home. 34 sets won, 23 sets lost. Coming up next here for the Cowgirls, they have Perham at home, and then they'll be on the road at Underwood on October 8th. And then we'll see the Cowgirls once again here on the Minnesota Sports Station when they travel to Frazee to take on the Hornets. And then back-to-back broadcasts for the Cowgirls as they'll take on Pelican Rapids on the 15th. And then the Fergus Falls Volleyball Invite with those matchups to be determined yet. And possible broadcast of that 10-17 invite to be determined as well. Time now to select a player of the game, and that's going to go to the Wadena-Deer Creek Wolverines senior middle hitter, Kennedy Gravel. She scored unofficially, according to our numbers, 20 points on 17 kills, 2 blocks, and an ace. And Kennedy Gravel, the senior middle hitter for Wadena-Deer Creek, will be our player of the game. Coming up here next on the, before we get to coming up next, if you go to our website, msportsnet.com, you can go to the final score section. I'm wondering if yeah, it is working. Okay, never mind. Something didn't sound right in my headphones. But anyways, you can go to our final scores page, and you'll see this game eventually pop up on this screen here. And when the watch button pops up, you can watch this game on a 24/7 on-demand replay at your convenience. So if you have friends that didn't get to catch this exciting four-setter, don't tell them what the final score was. Send them to our website and have them watch the game for themselves. And then under our stream schedule, you can check out the upcoming games. And as I mentioned during our pregame show, our next broadcast will be from Fargo South High School as the Bruins host the Moorhead Spuds and the girls swim and dive meet. And then we'll head to southwestern North Dakota as the Bowman County Bulldogs will host the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks in a Class A North Dakota football 11-man football matchup. And then we have something brewing for October 5th, not sure what yet. And then, as I mentioned a moment ago, Barnesville and Wadena-Deer Creek will be live here on the Minnesota Sports Station at about 7:30, shortly before that for pregame on October 7th. And then on October 8th, we'll travel to Henning as the Hornets will host the other Wolverines team from Minnesota, Clinton Graceville Beardsley. And then Frazee and Breckenridge on the 10th. And then the Shields Volleyball Invite from Fargo South High School on the 11th. And then later that night on the 11th, we'll have Fargo South and Fargo North football. And then we'll be back at it at either Fargo South or Fargo North High School for the remainder of the Shields Volleyball Invite. And then you can check out the full schedule there on our website, once again at msportsnet.com. And click under the games button, click on stream schedule, and you can find out everything you need to know about our upcoming broadcasts. You can find us online on Twitter at MN Sports Station, as well as on Facebook at facebook.com/msportsmnet. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel once again. That'd be awesome. Once again, we'll see the Wolverines one more time on Monday against the Barnesville Trojans, and that'll be live here on the Minnesota Sports Station. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, your final score, the Wolverines knock off the Cowgirls here at home on senior night, 3-1, 25-17, 23-25, 25-15, and 29-17. The preceding has been a presentation of the Minnesota Sports Station on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Have a great night.